Hey, it's me, Silverwack. Yeah, sorry I'm lying down. Not feeling very well, but I will be leaving the house regardless of that. I have continued the talks. Kind of going in blind, but it's coming along. Let me pause this for a second. Yeah, I got my notebook to write down what I have at the moment because I've been kind of doing it blind, so to speak, obviously. Um, ow. um, my head really is aching. But I will have to go since I don't have a computer at home. Like I have one, but yeah, it's an old computer. There are some keys missing. The keyboard is all fucked, and I have to plug in an external keyboard. Yeah, which does the job, but it's still a pain in the ass, especially if I'm sitting at the desk. Uh, because my desk is very awkward. Like, yeah, it's very awkward. It's very old and it's very awkward. About the Italian instructions, in case you're wondering, uh, my friend and anyone who might come across my videos, I managed to find out that that was meant to be crochet, as I uh, thought it would be because of the maglia bassa, which means like low stitch, which is the Portuguese and apparently Italian as well way of saying single stitch. But it's a specific kind of single stitch, like the kind that goes under both ends of the V, the little V that forms a stitch at at the end of the row. Yeah. And yesterday's project was this for me. I'm still at in the granny square grind. There's a mistake right here. I was supposed to put these stitches over at the top of the stitch, but I put it in the hole, so now it only has 3 holes in the middle. Though around it was fine. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine around, and it still works as a coaster. Like it lies pretty flat. Like, see, flat, like my chest. And yeah, that's not a problem to me, frankly, because I don't have that kind of safety. I never had that kind of safety. Uh, but yeah, my thoughts go to the queer community in the US, and I hope that this year does something very hilarious to that rapist and convicted felon that was elected by that fake country. Like, at the moment, I basically don't exist. as a human being in that country because I am intersex. Shocking. Yeah, that's a lore. Um, and I think their argument would be, um, I think that sounded a bit southern, didn't it? Southern American. Yeehaw. Yeah, that's why that fuck is there. Anyway, I think that the argument that they would use would be, oh, you're the gender that you were assigned at birth, or the sex that you were assigned at birth, disregarding all the biology, the real biology, which states that nobody is binary, because obviously we cannot be binary since we come from both male and female. Everyone has both. If one has the ability to birth and the other has the ability to inseminate, that's something, but it doesn't invalidate that everyone is sexually non-binary, and that's been around for thousands of years in ancient philosophies like uh, Asian philosophies and Native American philosophies, you name it. There's the whole yin yang thing, which is that circle with black and white, and a dot, a black dot in the white spot, and a white dot in a black spot. Did I say that twice? White spot in the black spot and white spot in the black spot. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. And that's meant to mean that everyone has both, which is something that is present in Jungian theory of the psyche, the human psyche, and makes perfect sense. Like, it's logic. It's basic logic. And what I predict for this, since I don't really have much to show aside from that little square and the progress, which is coming in slow because I'm kind of scared of having to pull it all back. Mm, um, yeah, I remember what I was going to say. Sorry, my meds haven't kicked in yet. When they realize that we sucked it to the wokes, which is the the biggest irony of all, since they are the ones calling other people sheeple, implying that they're the ones who have their third eye open, and the wokes, as they call people like me, are blind. So, like, what the hell is the woke one, right? And they're the ones who are snowflakes because we don't give a shit about their identity. They're the ones obsessing about it and screaming and screeching because they are narcissists, all of them. Um, and I think America has a big problem where they don't understand what liberal means, and they will say that they're liberal when they're actually conservative. And their kind of liberalism is like, oh, I don't mind that kind of people existing as long as it's not near me, you know? That's what they think liberal is. And that's not liberal. That's like passive tolerance, and you only tolerate things that you don't like. which is something that some people have trouble grasping. You only tolerate things that you don't like. If you accepted things as you claim to be doing, then you would say I accept it, not I tolerate it. There's a difference, but there. But yeah, well, when they realize that the problem is not trans people using pronouns and people not identifying with the gender they were assigned at birth, and that the problem is not immigrants and that they're still poor, well, maybe this year will be very, very hilarious. And yeah, that's my opinion. I'm not going to tag this as anything. If you don't agree, block me, or you'll be blocked if you decide to uh, comment. I'm not American, by the way, so shucks. Uh, and yeah, that's all, and that's enough. Maybe that's the reason why I'm so upset. I got such a headache yesterday because people were worrying about the wrong things. Like, people are getting deported for no reason. There's a panic. There are fires. People have died. People are dying all over the world. There are homeless people. There's poverty. There's famine. There's war. And you're worrying about, like, pronouns and gender identity. Like, you exist. You are what you are. It doesn't matter what the government says you are. That's honestly, to me, as someone who's poor and has a lot of problems, including financial problems, which is also one of the reasons why I didn't sleep. Uh, that's a non-problem. That's really a non-problem. That's yeah. It upsets me a bit, living in a country where everything is gender and binary, because the language is built like that. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it upsets me, but since I've gone on this spiritual journey and accepted my spiritual side, I started feeling the energy of the world a lot more strongly. Like, that was extremely painful and lonely. And it's been a lot of months since I've started doing that, and it's only gotten stronger and stronger. Like, to me, yeah, it's a non-problem. It's a non-problem. Uh, I'm not saying it can't be upsetting to people, and I'm not invalidating the mental toll that might take on some people. I'm just saying that to me, personally, in my circumstances, that's the least of my problems. And I'm almost crying saying this, but yeah, if that was my only problem, I would probably think it was the end of the world, but it's not. So, yeah. What else can I say? That's it. And for someone who didn't have much to say, I didn't have a lot to say. Probably because I'm tired and not feeling well. I'm thinking about having to leave in a bit. Or in a while. Yeah, whatever. But I'll be back. And that's a threat. He won't bring me down. And he won't. And if any American is watching this, they won't bring you down either. You will survive this. You will make it. I believe in it. Be strong. And as Teddy Roosevelt said, courage is not the strength, is not strength to go on. is going on without having the strength to do so. So be brave. This too shall pass, and you'll come out the other side. He won't become the king of that country because that would trigger even his uh, party and everyone basically, because like that's the opposite of freedom, right? I think even stupid people would understand that. So yeah, I'll be back. That's a threat. Be brave and keep threatening them to come back. They don't like that. Stay around, just out of spite. Threaten them, like I'm threatening you that I will be back.